Some features in your new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. Changing the mirrors, turn it left or right, and then move it like a joystick. Moving it in the middle locks it in place. Lock and unlock the doors. Both of your front windows are auto up and down. And this is your window lock. Moving down, we have this scroll at the top here. And what that does is dims the interior lights whenever your headlights are on. So if you find that the lights are a little bit too bright, you can turn them down. This will turn your traction control off. Auto start stop to turn that off. Blind spot detection and rear cross traffic alert off. Down here is where your hood would open. And on the floor here is your gas cap, your gas tank. Moving forward, we have your trip reset. You have two trip settings here, B, A. And if you'd like to reset either one, press and hold that button. On this spoke here, you have auto headlights, or you can just turn them completely on. Auto headlights are nice because they automatically turn on whenever whenever it gets dark enough. Or if you're driving in the rain and your windshield wipers come on after a few swipes, the headlights will come on as well. Here are your fog lights, and then high beams. On each side of the steering wheel, you have plus and minus, which basically shifts you into a manual mode. You can use these paddle shifters to shift up, shift down, whichever you'd like to do. This is most useful for going up and down hills. The left and right arrows will toggle through your radio presets, which you have 18 of them. Volume down, volume up. Source is the source of your radio, AM, FM, Sirius XM. Info, let me get this out of the way. Info changes this information up here. So I'm just pressing that info button repeatedly and you get some different options. Right here we have, sorry, my camera's not focusing. There we go. So this is to answer a call or use your voice commands, or to hang up a call or cancel your voice commands. So I'll press the voice command button and this is what happens.
Canceling.
It gives you those options that you can try for. These buttons here press towards you. So if I press, say, this arrow right here, this will change the information on the display. Press and hold the middle button to get more settings. And of course, I'll let you change these yourself. Hope I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Most people just like to leave it on the miles per hour. Moving over to the right part of the steering wheel, this is your adaptive cruise control. When you press that, it turns it on or off. And your adaptive cruise control is on. You can see that your little car is on the screen there. And you have 4 little white lines in front of it. Those 4 white lines indicate that you would be paced 4 car lengths away from the vehicle in front of you. You can go down to a minimum of 1 or anywhere in between using these buttons. To set your speed, you just knock that notch down. If you'd like to speed up or resume cruise control. And this button down here would keep you, is your lane keep assist. Sorry for stuttering. You do not have to have cruise control on for that to work, but you do have to be going 35 miles per hour or faster and on a relatively straight road for that to work. If you're on a straight road going the appropriate speed, then the lines on either side of your car, these little blue lines will turn white, and that will help you stay in your lane if you start to veer off. We'll turn both of those off for now. S and I, those are vehicle dynamics modes. So that is sport and intelligent. The vehicle is on intelligent right now, and you can tell that by the little I next to the P. P indicates we're in park. So if we press S, that changes the mode. So sport is going to give you more dramatic acceleration. I would be better on gas. Windshield wipers. Sorry, this is kind of an awkward angle. If you knock it down once, you get to use this little knob here to adjust your speed. Knock it down again, you have intermittent. Knock it down again, you have constant. And then your rear wiper, intermittent, constant. All right, moving forward to the touch screen. We'll go home, and let me close this moonroof here. There we go. Okay, so to program your phone, or to pair your phone, I should say, if we wanted to add a device, we'd click yes. And on your cell phone, you would want to go to your Bluetooth menu and then scroll down into devices, and you would connect to Subaru BT. Click on that, and then you'll follow the directions both on your phone and on the touch screen. Subaru Starlink, that is a little bit different than what you might expect. The app on the vehicle would require you to download the app on your cell phone. Excuse me. That would give you access to multimedia cloud-based apps. If that's not something that interests you, you don't have to download it. It's not crucial or anything. You have your settings button here, which gives you all kinds of different settings. I'm not going to change anything for you. You're going to go back home. You can add shortcuts if you'd like. We're going to go into apps. My Subaru. So the My Subaru app on excuse me, on your car is a little bit different than on your phone. On the car, it's going to allow you to schedule appointments for service and request roadside assistance. The My Subaru app on your phone is going to be the one that will allow you to start your car, check the status of your vehicle, see if there's any recalls, things like that. Pandora, you'd have to have that open on your phone, and then you can click on that icon, and then it would bring you, it would basically mirror your phone screen onto the car, just for Pandora. So you can thumbs up and thumbs down songs and things like that, go to different channels. SiriusXM Travel Link is part of your SiriusXM subscription for 4 months for free. That gives you travel updates, gas stations, things like that. I did go over the Subaru Starlink already. AHA is for podcasts. As you can see, the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are kind of dimmed out. Depending on what kind of phone you have, whether it's an Apple or an Android, depends on which app you're going to use. For instance, I have an Android, so I would plug my phone in, and then Android Auto would pop up. I'd be able to click that, and it mirrors your phone screen onto the car, so you can use voice to text, you can use Google Maps or Waze or whatever you would prefer. And the same thing if you were to use Apple CarPlay if you had an Apple phone. Okay, moving forward, media. This is where you would find your CD, USB, Bluetooth device, or auxiliary device, and your radio. So we'll go to a random station here. Let's say like the Tom Petty station. If you'd like to set it as a preset, press and hold. If you don't like that specific station anymore, we'll change it. There you go. You do have some quick buttons down here that would do the same thing that it would do on the screen. Moving further down, you have your hazard lights or your four-ways, whatever you'd like to call them, and your temperature control. So cold. Actually, the whole system's off, sorry. Okay. So cooler or warmer. Sorry if it's a little hard to see this. My camera's having a hard time picking that up because there's a bit of a glare. It is easy to see in person, I promise you that. So I'm just changing the temperature here, changing your fan speed, recirculating the air, AC on or off, max AC, and the mode would change where the direction of your airflow is going. This would defog the windows, the front window, excuse me. This de-ices the rear windshield, the side mirrors, and your windshield wiper de-icers. You have high and low for your driver and passenger, and X mode. Whenever you press X mode, this comes up on the screen here. And X mode is basically like a four-wheel drive low. So if you're driving in really, really awful weather, or if you're taking your vehicle off-road, then you can switch into X mode and it will add more torque to your wheels. You do also have hill descent control. So if you're at the top of a really, really steep hill, then you can turn X mode on, put your foot on the brake, release, put your foot on the brake again, and then it will steadily descend you down the hill at a certain speed. I'm going to turn that off. And coming to the last few things here. Lane departure warning, if you want to turn that off. Pre-collision braking off. That defaults to on every time your vehicle starts up. So you probably would want to turn the pre-collision braking off in any car wash, just so it doesn't detect any obstacles and tries to stop your vehicle. SOS and roadside assistance buttons. So SOS is for obviously an emergency, if you have a medical emergency, if you're in an accident. And the I is if you need roadside assistance. So say you're on the side of the road with a flat tire or an empty gas tank, that's whenever that would come in handy. If you want to tilt your moonroof or slide it the whole way open. And this button here will, it's kind of hard to see on the video here, but it says door. So whenever you have it selected to that, your lights will come on whenever the doors open. So I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, please let me know.